Hello, this is speaking part one. Okay, do you work or are you student? Well, actually, I'm working in a small company about logistics. Around 6 years, I guess. What jobs do you do? Well, as I said before, I'm working in a small company about import and export process. Um, Maybe you can call it logistics. It's all about booking, arranging orders, and do some custom clearance. Yes. Who do you work with? Well, recently I have been working in this company with my colleague, including my boss, some co-workers like consultant, um, uh, booking department, and some salesmen in the next room. When did you start the job? Well, back then, the last 6 or 7 years ago, when I graduated from the Foreign Trade University in Guangdong campus, I was extremely lucky to be accepted in that company by my boss. When I had a chance to join in a tennis club, in my regions. So yes, very very lucky then. Is there anything you particularly like about the job? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the active um, activities in my company, because in my company I got a lot of chance to communicate with others, including my customers and my colleagues, to exchange some thoughts and good orders or some solution to make make the situations better and get a good deal. Yeah. What other job would you like to do in the future? Well, because of my best situation now in my company, especially in my process with my boss or my personal thoughts. So I try to do something different in education, especially IELTS teachers and other English centers. So being good teacher is my dream. Let's talk about restaurant now. How often do you eat in a restaurant and why or why not? Well, I consider myself that I'm not a social butterfly, so I pick myself know, as a um, as an introvert. So I usually choose my choose a meal in the family, not not in public with my friends, because I um, I appreciate any time with my family, because I spend the most of the day with 8 working hours in my workplace. So yeah. Where is your favorite restaurant? Well, my favorite restaurant when I first um, ate with my ex-girlfriend in the past 2 years, because you know um, that is the five-star fine dining in the host in the well-known restaurant, in a well-known street in Hanoi. And that cuisine served there is very well. And uh, you you know that the decoration is very good and very delightful for any stranger first came there. Do you prefer restaurant food or home cooked food? Well, as I said before, I consider myself that I'm introvert. I am an introvert, so I prefer attending dinner with my parents than rather than um, joining some uh, restaurant, joining some uh, eating out with my friends in some restaurant out there. Have you ever complained about your food in a restaurant and why? I haven't complained once in five dining um, in the past 3 years with my ex-girlfriend because at that time the food on the table was very bad then, and I smelled a lot of bad scents at that time. So I claimed that with the waiter, and then I was served by another meals in another dishes that I very lucky. Uh, what do you think makes a restaurant successful? Well, the most important thing that created a successful restaurant is the service in general, and um, the strategy of the whole restaurant. Firstly, about the the meal, I think is need to be good in smell because um, that is the first impression of all strangers to get there, and regarding the strategy is crucial to be that's that is the crucial role, um, make the restaurant um, uh, go in the right way. Like to talk about the news now. How do you usually find out the world news? Well, in the context of commercializations and modernization, th- that would be easier for me and anyone to access a lot of news and informations in social media by access Google on the internet, or uh, hearing some news by mouth, and that is uh, very common. When did you last listen to the news on the radio? Well, I first remember the news in the radio when I was a kid, maybe 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 year old boy. Um, when first heard about the radio in in the kitchen that my grandparents put the radio there. Which type of news articles do not interested you? Why? Uh, a lot of things made me made me sad or unhappy or not interested in. But um, news articles, maybe uh, maybe about the economics and maybe the economics and um, politics solution, because there is because it sounds very bad to hear that. I can relate myself to that situations. Or do you think web-based news sites will become more popular than newspapers in the future? Why or why not? um, well, web-based like Google or Facebook or Instagram would more popular in the future because they're more accessible with anyone, like adult, old people or younger generation, um, and it kind of more friendly with anyone. Would you like to be a journalist? Why not? Well, I'm not interested in journalist or journalism because um, I'm not a social butterfly, like I said before.